So my brother came to visit. Sorry for the lack of videos. Sorry. This guy. See? Just in the video. All right, now we're gonna get to the video. Let's do it.
All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. The she need on the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. Before we get into anything else, I appreciate everybody that's giving their feedback in the comments section. You guys are doing a justice and a service for each other. You guys interacting with each other. There's people asking each other questions, and it is becoming a community, and that's all this is about, sharing information. We all in this together, and you guys are seeing it when you read the comment section that this is just everybody trying to survive. We don't always have to agree, and we can agree to disagree. As long as you guys are respectful, we gonna keep continuing to do it. Now, on a side note, some people leave comments that I don't get, and they get flagged by YouTube, and they get put into a comment section, and I gotta go through and check them out. Some people go and say, hey, how come you didn't respond to me? And I try to tell people, I don't look at my phone 24/7. I do have a job, and it's not that. And also, there are some people that email me, and when you email me from strange email addresses, it goes into a spam account. So I go through my spam every month. So if I respond late, it's because your email went to a spam account. You gotta figure there's usually about 80 emails per day. Just bear with the old man, all right? Now, where was I? Everybody good, everybody cool, everybody clean, everybody crisp, everybody hairy. All right, let's chat. We've been talking about this networking thing, right? Where the post office is just gonna uproot and then mess with everybody's lives. Yes, it's people saying, where's it happening and when's it happening? And I clearly don't know when it's happening. I don't know where it's happening, but we do know that it is happening. You know why? Because you guys have been talking in the comments section. That's for certain. That is for certain. But this was a article that was just uploaded about a day or so ago from the govexec.com. And let me read it to you. It's titled USPS readies employees for new assignments under upcoming consolidations. Letter carriers will not lose their job, but will have to relocate locally. Man, they're saying that they telling people, hey, about to change. It's about to change. The U.S. Postal Service has informed employees of the details of their revised roles as they report to new facilities as soon as next month, when many letter carriers will have to commute significantly farther to make deliveries each day. We were just talking about this. Ain't this something? The conversions scheduled to take place in February are set to impact 17 post offices in other facilities, Florida, Massachusetts, New York, Texas, which will consolidate into 5 larger sorting and delivery centers. The moves are part of DeJoy's plan to remake the Postal Service network to reduce wasted movement and improve interrogation. U.S. piloted the initiative at facilities in Athens, Georgia. This is what we were just talking about this. In November, and the initial phase of the project is expected to impact hundreds of post offices. The changes will mean letter carriers are no longer to go to their facility to pick up the mail for the route, instead traveling farther distances after starting at a consolidated location. The impacted post offices will still conduct their retail operations, but a lot of the back-end functions will be stripped away and relocated. Back-end functions means, wait a minute, that might impact me, right? I go deliver this stuff to the stations, and then they got the clerks there that go and they start sorting all the stuff out, and then they go, wait a minute. We did speak about these machines in one of the older videos. That now this is the thing that you know, it throws me for a loop, and this is where you guys have to make educated decisions. I won't get too far into detail, but just remember I just said that you have to make educated decisions. Under an agreement with the National Association of Letter Carriers reached earlier this month, letter carriers are set to receive 60 days notice before being moved to another facility and will retain the seniority that they have accrued. USPS will honor existing leave requests except in emergency situations. USPS and National Association of Letter Carriers will meet 30 days before the consolidations to work out any differences in working arrangements at the new location compared to the post office or facility at which the letter carriers used to report. Issues will escalate up the chain if they are not resolved at the local level. Management and the union will also meet to determine changes in how long it takes an individual letter carriers to complete their deliveries, which could in turn impact their pay. Those estimates will be evaluated and adjusted, and any auxiliary assistance required will be provided accordingly. Buddy. Now this is it. Let's break that down. It stated that they spoke to the union and the union agreed to this. They spoke to the letter carriers union and they agreed to what's going on. Now I'm not going to read this whole article, but all you letter carriers, did your unions talk to you about this? Did they speak to any of you, even if it didn't impact your area? Did they say, hey, you know, over there in Georgia they doing this, in Texas they doing this, and you know, it may come down the line, it might impact us later on? Did they even take a minute and send out an article to any of you guys? Do any of you guys speak to any of your union reps? You know, my boy Mailman Nick, because he's no longer CCA Nick, you know, I'm not sure if he spoke about this yet. I don't know if anybody relayed that message to him yet. Because I have a lot of mail carriers that are close to me, and a lot of them never even heard about this. So my question is, if upper management has been talking to our unions already about this, and that's just on the letter carrier side, what about the clerks? Because if the clerks ain't throwing mail there no more, where are they going? Has anybody spoken to the clerks about this from the APWU? How about you rural carriers? Anybody talk to you guys about this yet? I mean, this is a legitimate question. I'm asking because I try to get as much information as possible, as you guys clearly see. But I don't remember anybody coming to me to tell me that something's going on. As a matter of fact, in my facility, I hear that they're going to be bringing and closing one of the local offices and bringing the carriers to my place. But that's just word of mouth. Why is this still being hush-hush? That's the question. And this is not to get anybody riled up, but if the unions know, why is the unions not relaying these messages or this information? And you gotta watch a YouTube video with some weirdo talking about things that are going on that impact your everyday lives versus the people that you give your money to take care of things for you, the unions. That part. They say last year, Postal Management informed employees late last year. Postal Management informed employees in non-bargaining unit positions. Non-bargaining means that they're in management, such as those represented by United Postmasters and managers, that the February implementation will not cause any dislocations for their positions. Postmasters reporting to an existing facility that now will be a sorting and delivery center could be in line for an automatic promotion. It has, however, implemented a hiring freeze for executive positions at impacted facilities until we have an opportunity to discuss non-bargaining staffing with you. Whew. That means that they're saying the postmasters are not going to lose their job and the managers are not going to lose their jobs. But where are they going to go? They're saying that they're going to get promoted, but to where? Where are they going? You know, we could sit here and talk forever, but, you know, remember I said they're not going to have the need for the postmasters? Remember that before? I said, you know, the managers, if you don't got nobody to manage at a station, you're not needed. I said this before. Remember that? Now all of a sudden they can't get rid of them, so they're going to give them an automatic promotion? To what? Those are the people they're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you know what? That don't affect me. So let's continue on. Clerks who report to post offices are expected to face a more minimal, but it doesn't say, you know, no impact. It says minimal impact, though the exact effects are still being resolved. What does that even mean? A spokesperson for American Postal Workers Union, which represents those workers, said the plans are under discussion, but the union does not yet have a formal agreement. That's something to me, because if the union knows about it, again, how many of you clerks have they spoken to? Say, hey, something may happen. We're going to need to convert every one of you PSEs that are not window trained and make sure that you are window trained, because they're not going to need you in the back sorting the mail anymore. They're not going to need you in the back, you know, doing the dispatch anymore, because there isn't going to be any dispatch here at this local post office anymore. How many people have had that discussion? You know, I can go on for days. I don't even know if you guys are still watching, but this is interesting. Most post offices around the country operate as delivery units, meaning mail carriers go to pick them up and mail and packages for their routes before bringing them to homes and businesses. DeJoy has repeatedly decried this model, saying it is inefficient and can lead to as many as dozens of such units in one metropolitan area. Instead, he's looking to open sorting and delivery centers around the country, as well as larger mega centers that can take on more work in less space. This is interesting. Again, you can look this up on govt. I mentioned this before in one of my videos about this website. And if you just kind of like, you know, just peek at it every few days, you can get the same information. But my thing is, if management has been informed about it, has management talked to any of you guys about it? Or they just let you guys go? Or just let you know? Because there's people that just pop up in the comment section and say, I just found out last week we're going to be moving next week. Why? Because regardless of whether or not you have to move, I understand that's part of the job. But, you know, sometimes that causes a mental stress. You know, my car wasn't situated, you know, my gas wasn't allotted to, you know, for me to drive, you know, 20 miles to work. You know, I had my budget set to just drive 5 miles. Now I got to drive 20 miles to work and 20 miles home. That's 40 miles when I used to just drive 25 miles a week. Now I'm driving 40 miles a day. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Why are they not preparing the people beforehand and giving you what we call a heads up? That's all you want. You want to be in the know, not the I don't know. You know, just pass on some information. This is, you know, I'm not going to say it's discouraging, but if you're involved in the operation of a huge company that can't exist without the worker bees, and every one of you guys that watch me are the worker bees, and you decided, you know what, screw this. How does the operation work without the worker bees? You know, you figure, hey, I don't get much. I ain't getting, you know, $200,000 a year, but just keep me informed so that I don't have to uproot my life because all of a sudden you guys want to get into the, you know, 21st century. But again, check this out for yourself. Carriers, you will be affected. Clerks will be affected. Hell, it seems like everybody's going to be affected by this. As a truck driver, we're going to have to redo our routes. If I don't have a route that goes to one specific station, now we got to change it up. That's how that works. Everything is allotted down to the letter. And that's how they have this structured. And if one or two stations that is for one driver to do is no longer there, now we got to change the routes. The moment that they change the routes, we got to do bids again. Once you do bids again, people start moving around. Everybody's life gets affected. And I'm not going to babble on anymore, but opinions in the comments section. Please give us some of your information, give some of your thoughts and ideas. Trash the place if you want to. Big up the place if you choose to. Change is good. Change is good. But my thing is, if management and the unions knew about it, why didn't they share this with us? And if they did, here's the flip side of it. Would we be receptive to it? Would we? Would we be receptive to it? Or will we just have no choice? Anyway, this is JH with a little bit of smidget of information. Y'all remember, if you need any bit of information on, anything pertaining to what we do and things that can help you in life, go to the video description. All right, loans, go to other people's channels, home loans, buying stuff, fixing credit. It's all in the video description. This is JH, and we out.